Shalom. And I want to start off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Wachach Chodesh. Double honors to my teachers, dead apostles, and elders, a great millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing forward this word with truth and sincerity, and your few walk with as well. Let's listen with sincerity. All right, today, just coming back at you guys through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And we are waiting for a change. Okay, we're waiting for our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, to come and change our vile bodies, man. Okay, to take us off these chains of darkness that's withholding our spirit back. Because that's what these bodies are, these corruptible flesh that we're in. They're chains of darkness, like it says in the book of Jude. Let's start with that. It's the book of Jude. The book of Jude 1 and verse 6. It says, "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation." Who are those angels? That's us. Okay, we're those angels that kept not their first estate, but left our habitation to come here on the planet Earth. Okay? Because indeed we are angels in the flesh. All right? It says, "He hath reserved an everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day." Okay, well, what are those chains? Those everlasting chains under darkness? It's these flesh, these bodegs. Okay? That's what's restraining us, all right, from being on our first estate. All right, where that you have wicked thoughts, you get sick, okay, you forget things, right? It's because of these flesh. Okay, these flesh, they're subject to sin. All right, therefore, being here right now, the one thing that we're looking forward to is that change, man. Going back to our first estate, being in those spiritual bodies. Like it's going to say here in the book of 1 Corinthians 15. And we'll start at verse 51. It says, "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump." Okay, so we're going to be changed, right? We're not all going to sleep, meaning die, but what? The Lord is going to change us when he comes back. It speaks about how that the dead are going to rise first at the coming of the Lord. So definitely, we're not all going to sleep, because there's going to be some of the elect that's going to die on this side, be martyrs for the truth's sake. But what? They're going to be the first ones to rise and be changed. Let's get that in the book of 1 Thessalonians, I want to say 4, and hold on. Yeah, this is 1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 15. It says, "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them that are asleep." Right? There's going to be some of us that's going to remain and actually not taste of death and see the Lord come and get translated and be changed. The Lord did prophesy about that. He did say there be some that's standing here which shall not taste of death, in the book of Matthew. Right? So that is indeed going to happen. But also there's also some of us that's going to sleep, meaning die. Okay? In the book of Revelation, it speaks about, those that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai. Okay? It says, verse 16, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel." Yeah. When the Lord comes back, he's going to come back with the wrath, man. Right? It says he's going to stir up jealousy like a man of war, roughly paraphrasing that scripture. Okay, I think it's in the book of Isaiah 42, right? He's going to stir up himself. He's going to pep talk himself, man. He's going to come back with a shout, man, with all that built up anger, okay? "And with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first." You see? the dead are gonna rise first. So, hey, we're not all gonna sleep, but what? We're gonna be changed, man. You know, we're gonna see brothers rising out of their graves and translating to those ships and getting those new bodies, man, simultaneously as they go up. Okay? It says, verse 17, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. Yeah, and it's comforting. Okay, knowing that, hey, you know, these things will come to pass. We're not going to be forever in this state, being subject to the flesh, being subject to sin, but rather we're going to be changed if we be of the elect, man. You see? So this is very comforting. All right? So let's go back to 1 Corinthians 15. And we're going to pick up where we left off. And verse 52 again, it says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. What's the last trumpet? There, those missiles being shot to hit ground zero on Babylon the Great and the other places that the Lord has set for them to hit. Two main places that we know that's going to be hit by nuclear fire is America and also Israel, our land, because it has to be cleansed. Because right now there's heathen dwelling up in there doing all type of filth. So it has to be cleansed. All right. So that last trumpet is the missiles. So as the missiles are going to be coming down simultaneously, the elect will be delivered. Okay. That's why it speaks about in the book of 1 Peter 4, how that the elect is, the righteous is going to be scarcely saved. Okay. It's going to be by like the skin of your teeth, man. At the last second, yo, as you see the missiles coming down, man, you're going to be like, you know, your flesh is going to be shook, man. Okay, because we don't know if we're going to go up or not. But once you see your feet, you know, being levitated, hey, it's going to be a sigh of relief, man. Just you experiencing a whole multitude of emotions, man. Happiness, sadness, all of it, man. Shedding tears, man. Because you're found worthy, okay, to be of the elect. That's why also we call ourselves the hopeful electors. We don't know if we're going to be saved. Okay, that's why we have to, you know, work out our own salvation with fear of trembling so that we make a calling and election sure. So it says, in the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Yeah, what's that change? Those new bodies, like I've been saying. Because indeed, we know that these bodies cannot go into outer space. That's why you need the special suits, you know, to go in space. Because these, once again, these flesh, they're weak. Therefore, we have to be changed to be in those incorruptible vehicles to be able to be over the ozone layer. Okay? Because trust me, man, if you're not changing, you're going to give up the spirit, man. You know? It says, verse 53, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Yeah, and once we're changed, we're going to live eternally. We're going to live forevermore. We're not going to see death no more, right? Because the reason why we die, actually is going to go into it. Let me not jump the gun. It says, verse 54, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Yeah, death will be swallowed up in victory. Death will be a thing of the past. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is that victory? For this, it says, the sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. See, the reason why we die is because of sin. Okay, that's why we die, man. Okay? It's sin that makes us die and get sick. So once we're changed and get those new bodies where, like it says in Hebrews 8:6 on down, where the law is going to be in our inward parts, to where that we're going to be programmed not to sin, hey, we're not going to die. That's the cheat code that the Lord is going to give us over these other people, these heathens, because the heathens, they're not going to have that blessing. Only us, we're going to get to live forevermore. Okay, only us, we're going to get to forsake the flesh and just live eternally, man. Hey, we're looking forward to that, man. No more sickness. Let's get that in Revelation 21. No more sickness, man. Yo, hey, that's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. This is a Revelation 21. You know what? We'll start at verse 1. Revelation 21 and verse 1. It says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." Yeah, meaning this current rulership that we're in is going to be done away with, and what the kingdom of heaven is going to be established. That's what it's referring to when it says new heaven and new earth, because we know that the earth will abide forever. There's not going to be any new earth 2.0. No, scriptures say that how that the earth abideth forever. Okay, it says verse 2, "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." Okay, so that New Jerusalem that the Apostle John saw was the elect. Okay, because we know that Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So he basically saw us coming down from those ships in our new bodies, man, and coming to establish order and righteousness on the earth. He didn't see no flying city. He saw men. Okay, as he's going to get into in verse 3, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men." You see, it's men, okay, that he saw coming down. All right, "And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power." Yeah, since we're not going to sin anymore, since we're going to be programmed to be righteous, that means what? The Lord is going to be supping with us forevermore. Okay? Or the reason why we're limited to, being in the spirit is because what? We sin. So the Lord can't really deal with us like that 100% on that level. So in the kingdom, when we're changed, hey, the Lord is going to be with us, man. It speaks about how that we're not going to need the sun nor the moon, because what? The Lord is going to be in the midst of us. Okay? It goes on and says, this is the point here, verse 4, "And they shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, no crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." You see, the former things are going to be passed away. The things that we experience on this side, being in this flesh, they're going to pass away, man. You getting a paper cut, stubbing your toe beside your bed, these little things that make you weak, they're going to be a thing of the past, man. You get sick out of nowhere. Here it is, you're following a proper routine. You're eating all the greens, a balanced diet. Yet you get sick as what? Because of sin. Okay? But since sin is going to be a thing of the past, death, like I said, like we read in 1 Corinthians, is going to be swallowed up in victory. These things are going to be a thing of the past. Death, crying, all that. Nah, man. We're not going to experience that no more. No more negative emotions. Seeing your loved ones die, this, that, the third. No. A thing of the past, man. Okay? Which all of our nation is gonna get to experience this. Okay, it's not going to be only the elect, but we know that all Israel is going to be saved. Let's get that in Isaiah. Okay, it's going to start with the elect. Okay, but afterwards, the whole nation is going to get to experience these blessings. Okay, 45 actually. Isaiah 45 and verse 17, it says, "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded world without end." You see, Israel is going to be saved with an everlasting salvation, man. Okay, how are they going to be saved with an everlasting salvation? Through the loins of the elect. The elect are going to be the first fruits, to partake in the blessings. And then what? The rest of our nation, they're going to come back through the loins of the elect. Okay, not sack Israelites, right? That's how it's going to be. So therefore, like I stated earlier, we're not going to see our loved ones die. Okay? Yeah, man. So it's going to be a different experience, being changed and being perfect. Remembering things. That's one thing that we suffer from here, man. When you forget things, man, that's one thing I hate. one day, you remember it and out of nowhere you forget it. How does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's because of these flesh, man. Okay, I want to get this too in Romans 7, where the Apostle Paul goes into basically the fight of the flesh and the spirit. Okay. This is Romans 7 and the whole chapter is good, man, but, for the sake of time, I'm going to jump down to the point. You know what? I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, "For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin." Yeah, and we kind of went into that, how we're sold under sin, because we're in this flesh, where this flesh is subject to sin. Okay? It says, "For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that I do not. But what I hate, that I do." Yeah. You want to do good. You want to do what is right. But what your flesh is withholding you back to do it properly. Okay, because we could do good, but at the same time, you're going to do certain things like, oh, man, fuck, why'd I do that, man? You're going to do certain follies, right? Because, this flesh still has to be fed in a sense because, we are in it. So it has desires, it has things that it wants, and we have to, give it those things sometimes, in a proper balance, in a proper way, of course. You're not just going to go out there and just completely live in the flesh, no. Okay? I'm just saying in the sense of you balancing things out because you still got to deal with the flesh. Okay? It says, verse 16, "If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me." Yeah, man. It's that sin, man. "For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not." Yeah, we have the will. Like Yahushua said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We have the will to do what is good. But what? There's no, the flesh is withholding us back, man. You want to be in the spirit 24/7, but what? The flesh is holding you back because it wants to be fed. It has desires, right? Verse 19, "For the good that it says, for the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. Now, if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me." Straight facts, man. "For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man." Yeah, the inward man. Your spirit delights after the law of the Most High. You want to do everything in your willpower to be pleasing in the Lord's sight by following his ways. But what? Verse 23, "But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from this body of this death?" Yeah, that's what these flesh is, man. It's a body of death, man. Who's going to deliver us? Who's going to save us from this? Who's going to change us? Verse 25, "I thank Yahweh through Yahushua Mashiach, our Lord. So then with the mind I myself serve the law of the Most High, but with the flesh the law of sin." Yeah, so at the end of the day, the Lord knows our mindset is right towards him, that we're doing our best to try and serve him, But, the flesh still has to be fed, right? But, the statement in verse 24 that the apostle made, "Who shall save him from this body of this death?" is Yahushua. Okay, we read in the first Thessalonians 4, the last few verses, how that, he's going to come with a shout and raise those that are dead and save those that's waiting for him and change them. Okay, this is what we're looking forward to, man. That change, that makeover, that spiritual makeover that the Lord's going to give his elect, man. And very soon this will come to pass, man. We're just waiting for those, for certain few major prophecies to come to pass, such as the MOTB, WW3, Jacob's Trouble. We're waiting for those major prophecies to come to pass, and then, things are just going to accelerate very fast to where that, we will be delivered. Okay? Hey, I'm going to close it off there, man. All right. Bringing all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, وخ Chodesh. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say Shalom.